Welcome to the social media clone project. Now we are going to do is connect the views that we have already created in groups to some URLs. We still have two more views to create in the groups application, but we'll worry about those later. Okay, right now we are just going to connect the views we created to some URLs, and we are also going to register the group models that we previously created to the admin file. Let's go to the text editor, and here I am starting. So all right, here I am at my text editor. I have the models, views, and various templates that we created. What I want to do is now to go to urls.py. This is the group urls.py file, and here is where I'm going to basically connect all the views I just made. So we'll say from Django dot config dot urls import url, and then I'm also going to say from dot import views to actually access the views we just created, specifically those class based views, and then we'll give this an app name group so we can reference it later on with URL template tagging. So now I'm going to make a list of URL patterns, and we are going to say the URL first pattern is just going to be the very basic group page, and that will be the list group page, but it will be in regular expression terms, but you need to convert it into latest path format, and you can use ChatGPT by copy and paste it in ChatGPT and ask them to correct it according to the new latest Django. Then it will correct and give to you the correct URL. So when someone actually goes to your website slash groups, it shows you the list of all the groups. So we'll say views list groups dot as view, and then we'll give this a name. We can just give it all. Then we are also going to say URL, and for this one, this is going to be the create page. Okay, and don't remember to convert it into path format, because if you don't convert, it will not work with the latest Django. So you can either what you can either call it slash create. I will call it slash view slash new. Okay, that views dot create group. And then what we are going to do is say views, and that will be the create group as a view. And then we'll say name is equal to create. Then we will create another URL function. Okay, so this is going to be for the actual detail view, and this one's going to be little more complicated. So we are going to do say a post slash and slash, then this will actually be the group, and we are going to use a regular expression to plug in into slug there. So it goes question mark capital P, and then open tag, then close tag with slug, and this is the regular expression. This will be your part of this URL, and then in bracket here we'll say minus backslash w, then we'll say plus, and after all of that it's a forward slash, that dollar sign. Okay, so this is the basically the regular expression way to write a URL, and this you can convert, and you can ask for right URL according to the latest Django, and basically that is just is going to say post in, and then it's going to slugify the actual group name, and then that will lead to the actual single group there. So that will be views dot, and we called it single group, and we'll say as view, and we will give this the name icon collapse. So this so we get a little more room here, little more space here according to the previous thing we have done. So just call this single and same. We still have two more URLs and two more views to make about leaving and joining groups, but right now we don't really worry about them. So we'll take care of that when we actually create those views. The last thing I want to do in this particular lecture is assign the admin p file for the models we have created. So remember previously we created the group model as well as the group member model. So let's set that up in our admin API. Going to open that up and then go to admin.py from Django. So and then I also want to say from dot import models. So I want to register these models with the admin, and I will say the admin site. So though register, and then I just pass in models dot group, and then the other thing I want to do is a little special with a tabular inline, and the inline class that we are going to be using basically allows us to utilize the admin interface. So in our Django website, with the ability to edit models on the same page as the parent model, so our group member basically has a bit of a parent model with a group, and what we can do is we can use a tabular inline class so that when we visit the admin page, I can click on group and then see the group members and edit those as well. So let's see how we can do that. All I need to do is say class and group member, and then I'm going to say inline, and then I call admin tabular inline, and then I just do the assignment of model is equal to, so models group member, and then I don't actually I have to register it because now the group member model is in line here, and we'll see what that looks like with more detail when we actually visit the admin site. That's all we are going to do for this lecture, just connecting the views we previously created in our urs.py file, which you can reference in the notes content, course content, as well as set up our registration for the model. So the group model, I just typically registered registration, and then here we did a tabular inline, which we are going to see later on when we actually visit the admin page. So much shorter lecture than the last one. So take your time with this. Definitely a lot of stuff to type out. So you can always copy and paste from the course content if you want to. Thank you for watching this lecture. We'll meet in another lecture.